Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world at large. Welcome to Speed Gaming 3. I am Nitro603, and we are about to start this fantastic open seed here on the Speed Gaming 3. On our left side is Zaru, and on our right is good old Edium over there as well. Two runners are fantastic. We should be in for a phenomenal race between these two fellows here. And again, with the open, they can either start at Link's house or their own house, for lack of a better word, or at Sanctuary. So Zara starting off at his house, starts out with a heart container there. Etium following alongside him as well. We'll get that same heart container as well. Love the colors on Etium's side. So we have Pendant at Hera. The rest are standard crystals. So we'll see what our two runners decide to do here. Looks like Zara is going to check the first pull, which looks like 10 arrows there. And we're going to see what the uncle has today. And that team just following along right now on Zara's footsteps. Uncle has 20 bucks for us in the first passage. Going to check on the chest on the right-hand side here. And 300 bucks. Good start there. Get some magic and a save and quit on Zara's side. And I'm going to guess Etium is going to be right to follow. He does have a bomb, though, that he got, which is going to be really helpful. The Sanctuary chest does have our powder. Let's see if we are lucky enough to get Hammer early on in this seed to unlock the magic bat. As Zaru exits the Sanctuary, will make his way up, most likely in to check the Agaledge as well as go into the forest, or he will not do that, which is even better. I love when the runners prove me wrong. Looks like Etium is heading north and into the forest as well. Let's check out where the mushroom normally stands. And that is $5. Zara's saying, nope, don't need that. And the drop-down location kind of almost simultaneously. Both runners will, one runner, Etium, will take the 20 bucks, Zara will not. And they're kind of all in sync at the moment. First time we may see them in sync for a while. Let's see. Runners will again deviate here a little bit. Etium checking that mushroom spot, seeing the $5. And let's see where he heads next. Zara still does not have a bomb yet. Etium does. So, and Zara does get his bomb. So he'll be able to check out Blind's hut and hope to get some bombs in there. All right, let's take a look at Blind's hut and see what items we have here. There are 5 of them. In our first 2 chests on the left side, we have a piece of heart there, 10 arrows, no help, 20 bucks, and 50 more bucks to add to his total of 390. And in the back chest is only a piece of heart, so no bombs in Blind's hut. Not doing a very good job of stealing things right now, unfortunately for him. Blind's got to get up with the times with his thievery, I think, a little bit. We will check the bottle vendor for another piece of heart. No bombs there either. Let's see what the drop down into the well will give us on Zara's side. And Etium still following along in his footsteps here. The first chest is 10 arrows. And $50 more there. 5. And there's our blue mail. And another piece of heart. So a full heart refill for Zara. And Etium is going to have the same problem. Both runners will have to leave that item for a later date to see what is there. Can't check chicken coop either. Let's check in the back of the bar. Let's see if that has any of our good items here today. Is it bombs? Nope. It is another heart container, which is always good to start off with some health in one of these seeds. Saru is going to take this opportunity to buy bombs since there have been nothing to speak of as of late. So we'll see. I'm sure he will go right back up to the well and not leave that item there. Also check the chicken coop as well. Etienne right on his tail right now, also with lack of bombs on his side. Chicken clip right through the wall for the win. Love that. All right, in the back, we get our bottle, so that opens up our sick kid right away, which is awesome. Don't like to leave any items in Kakariko if you can help it. Let's see if Etienne is also not. No, he was not able to get the chicken clip, but he will get the same bottle in the back as well. Let's see if he goes right to sick kid or right to the well. And he is heading up to the well himself. So let's see what special item has been back here hiding. It is the glove. Very important item for these type of runners, especially who can easily get up and save the old man if they choose to do that. All right, so Zara now heading down. Let's see. Hopefully he does not forget that sick kid is now available to him, and he's going right over there now. Let's see what sick kid has today. What has he been saving up? $300 more, which will definitely help for Zora if they decide to do that. So both players now have plenty of money for at least the Zora check and a couple of Dark World items. Let's see what's on the library ledge today, what our mystery library item is that will require our Pegasus boots. It is triple bombs, which will sit there for all of eternity. And are we going to get a blind check of the race game? Yes, we will on Zaru's side. Let's see if Etienne follows him or not. And it is $20, so a good skip there. And Etienne following his footsteps right now. So Zaru starting at the sanctuary. Let's see where he goes from here, and let's see where Etienne goes as well. Both starting back at sanctuary will look like with that glove. They're going to go check the back of escape and see what items are there with those newly acquired power gloves. Let's see what items are hidden in the back of the escape. 3 items here. We have $20, triple bombs, and the fire rod, which immediately puts Dark Cross into logic, but with no key, really can't get there. So, but it does put all those wonderful rooms into the logic now. With that thing, and Zaru getting his map check, seeing that there is a pendant up on that Tower of Hera, which he probably never wants to see or have to go into. All right, let's see what Etienne decides to do. He looks like he might be headed for the front of the escape sequence here, while Zaru will check the south shore. So now that that separation between the two runners begins, as we will now find lots of items in different places. So first we'll check inside the well, which is 20 more bucks, and Etienne has a little bit of time before he gets to his next item per se. He will have to do the bomb route through, or fire rod if he decides to do that, through the escape sequence. He will, and on Zaru's side, he's going to drain that well and see what we get from that. And now, is he going to go to the left for oh, there's the mirror. That's an awesome find. Is he going left or is he going right? He is going right. And make sure you give our runners a follow, both Zaru and Etienne. Doing an awesome job here today. So Zaru will be checking out the pesky cave here with the little troll dorms. Never liked those ever as a kid or at all. Just a pain in the butt, those little guys there. And let's see what Etienne gets in what would be the boomerang chest. Perfect bomb throw. Gets the key and the map. Kena Samaria couldn't see what the first two were. There's the moon pearl and another heart piece. Didn't miss the first two. but I'm sure our wonderful tracker Art got those. So we'll just wait and see what he puts on that tracker to see. Looks like chat is telling me Flippers was in the one of the chests as well. So Flippers, and the first one was nothing. Thank you very much, chat. Always good to have chat involved there to help us out when we miss one for following the other runners. And let's see what is in Zelda's cell as Etienne setting up for the death. But yeah, Flippers, Cane, and Moon Pearl, all very important items there. As the red meringue is in the Zelda cell, let's see what's in the Ice Rod cave. And it is $20, so a save and quit for Zaru. Let's see where he goes next. He's going to start at his house. Yeah, now we definitely have access to Hobo and all of the Zora stuff, Waterfall of Wishing. And it looks like Etienne is going to the back of Escape and the heart piece on the island. So nothing really fortunate there. And when you're running these seeds, definitely something to learn is these dark rooms, because the fire rod puts them all into logic. So if you know where things are, it just makes things easier. And 10 arrows in the escape, it is unfortunate. All right, let's see what Hobo has swimming all the way up there. Was it worth the swim? 3 bombs? Probably not. But it is one thing that Zaru could check off his list here of items he can get. Let's see what Etienne decides to do now. He'll probably follow suit and go South Shore, get all those items that Zaru has already gotten. And then we'll see what our runners decide to do after that. We still have Agina's cave if someone wants to make that route there. But with so much on the ledge, it's less likely with all the items here in Zora's domain. And Zara's also going to find out, oh, there's the Titans match, which gives us Dark World access in 11 minutes. And let us see what the fairy gives us. Bee in a bottle. I don't know if that's as great of an exchange, but either way, that does give us Dark World access through Kakariko for the least of it. So we'll see what happens. I assume Zara will clear out all of this. Let's see what's on Zora's ledge. It is 3 bombs, which will also sit there. And it looks to me like Etienne is going to head all the way to Agina and see if what he decides to do. And we are, let's see what is going to be in Agina's cave. Let's see what King Ripoff has today. Usually rips our runners off with something. And yeah, Piece of Heart, not the greatest of items, but he will pick it up as his hard-earned money gets taken. And Agina only has $20 there, so nothing too big. So let's see where Zaru heads next. Looks like he's heading to Eastern. Yep, just a life lesson on King Zora. Pretty typical of what you see on Zora for the most part. Ooh, and our stun prizes, looks like it's a 1 bomb drop, which is always nice to know for future reference. And it looks to me like Zara is going to head to Sahashala's hut and get the 3 items there. See if he steps into Eastern Palace or not. Without the bow, probably unlikely, but let's see what he decides to do here. First item is the hook shot, 3 bombs and 10 arrows. Not a bad cave there. Gives you more access to even really want to go up that mountain. And that's probably what Zara's going to do just now. He's going to head up and save the old man from and get that item, and he can really do some amazing item hunting up there if he so desires. He can clear out pretty much all of Death Mountain right now with the Titans Mets in hand. But he's going to prove me totally totally wrong, which is also awesome. Let's see where he's headed. He is back into the village. He's forgetting about that. He does not want to go up that mountain just yet. He's going right into the dark world at 14 minutes and let's call it 30 seconds here to be exact. And we're going to get our map of the dark world as well. Let's see. We got red crystals at Turtle Rock and Ice Palace, green pendant at Swamp, and Misery Mire is another pendant. So let's see. And he's going to go right into Skull Woods, looks like, as Etienne is getting all of his water locations checked. And Zaru is going to head into Skull Woods here. Let's see what he gets first. Chest is a key. The pendant in the light world is on Herrer. And another key in the side. And a heart container, item number 1. There are 2 items here in this dungeon. It is fully completable. And there's our big key, which we will see Zara do a swordless bomb jump here. Looks like he's got that easily. Gets the jump on that and picks up a compass for his efforts. All right, so Zara headed towards the back of Skull Woods, and Etienne still doing his water checks here. And with that Kena Samara, it really makes this room so much easier and so much like more doable than in the original game when you had to use that statue. And boy, are those enemies not giving him any room to maneuver. Let's see what's here. And it's another key. So good to get all those keys out of the way. And it looks like Zaru is not headed towards the back of Skull Woods. He is headed out. So deciding that Fire Rod Mafia may not be the best. Oh, he also can't get the Mafia? No sword. Never mind. Sorry about that. I always forget sometimes about that little curtain that you have to cut. Yeah, that is important. Let's see what is up on this mountain here. It is another heart piece, so that'll stay there as well. And then you have the Murder-Dactyls. And Etienne getting his life lesson. Let's see where he goes next. And it looks to me like we're going to get King's Tomb, perhaps. Or Graveyard Ledge, rather, first. And if we are lucky enough to get the Pegasus Boots, obviously, Graveyard Ledge is right there. All right, so misses the bomb, unfortunately, so we'll have to use the second one. And nope. Just $20 there. And Etienne is also following his fellow runner into the dark world. And we'll get his map check and we'll find his other crystals and pendants as well. We'll see if he decides to go into Village of Outcast or is he going to go up to Skull Woods. He is going Village of Outcast, so deciding not to take the Skull Woods option right now. Perhaps the better of the two. We'll have to see. All right, let's check the money game, the treasure chest game. $100 and a piece of heart. In the original game, that took, I don't know, anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, perhaps, depending on your luck. And Etienne will go to the right, and check C-shaped house. And actually, we could be almost simultaneous with half magic, which is really a good item this early with Fire Rod. It gives you more shots and really preserves that, especially if they decide to go to fight, if they get a sword and go to Malfila. All right, let's check the bombable hut here below us. And let's see what's here. That team will be there first for $20. And with pretty much the money he has now, he's pretty set for the rest of this sea. Doesn't really need to see any more money. He's going to head into Thieves Town. And let's see how far they go. Again, no sword. Yeah, there's the compass, the first dungeon item. And let's see if they can clear it with Kane of Samaria. Wouldn't be pretty. And there's the key for the bottom, which doesn't make these runners happy to see that. You always like to sometimes see that after you've gotten all the items, so you don't have to necessarily go and do this dungeon twice unless you're lucky enough to get the hammer, because one of the items is blocked. So it looks like Zaro does have his mirror out, so he might only be checking the front 4 and then mirroring out. There's the big key, which has to be in the front, unless it's key sanity, which this is not, in a heart piece, and Zaro is out. So let's see where he heads off to next. And ALTTP is right behind him, is leaving the dungeon, deciding, man, there's really nothing that we want here. We will continue on our merry way here. Let's see what these runners decide to do. With the mirror, technically speaking, you can do the powder. You can unlock the bat now, but you would lose your portal, unfortunately. So let's see. Dig game will be same for both runners. ALTTP will go first. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still looking for the item. 11, 12, 13. Looks like it's being a little longer for both these runners. Oh, and we got our bow. So very important item there. And let's see. I'm going to say ALTTP is now going to take Mr. Frog on a nice world tour here. And with that mirror, he's going to be able to get a lot of items on his way. Or is he not? Nope, he again is going to prove me wrong here. He might be checking Magic Bat, perhaps. Actually, both runners headed in that direction here. Or maybe take the purple chest for the world tour. We'll see. Actually, that's the smarter of the two choices. Take the purple chest on the world tour rather than the Smith. Let's see what the Smith does have. And usually bow ends up being in Laser Bridge somewhere in some evil place, but the bow being nice item today and not being in the last possible place that these runners have to go. All right, so purple chest will be taken out into the light world by ALTTP. And he will check the Magic Bat, and it does not look like Zaro is following him. So let's see. This is an item that could be a changer if it's a big item. Let's see. What is it for Magic Bat? Oh, only $20. So Zaro, by skipping that, perhaps a better thing. And he does not lose his portal either. So that is good to know. Well, let's see what Stumpy has on the left-hand side. Zaro with the green screen, and there's our single rupee, and ALTTP in the red here this afternoon, evening, or in the morning, depending on where you are watching in the world, perhaps. Let's see what this mirror location reads to us. Got to leave the treasure chest outside, though. And there's the boots. And at 23 minutes, we can go fast. Love, love, love those boots. Oh, that opened up quite a few locations as well. We have some speed. Yeah, Professor Fapling saying, gotta go fast. Yep, we are able to now go fast. Once we see what the purple chest has here for us. And it looks like Zaro's going to head over to Hype Cave first, or what was Hype Cave a long time ago. Now it's kind of like we're going to rate this cave on a scale of 1 to 10. Let's see what's here. We got the swag net. We got $300, which is unneeded. There's the lamp. Piece of heart and another piece of heart. I don't know. Swag net. 3 out of 4. Oh, you guys are mean in chat. 2 out of 10, 1 out of 10, 5 to 6, maybe. 2 out of 10. All right. I don't know if the lamp makes these runners happy or not. I love seeing the swag net in these seeds, especially, but that's just me. Especially if they choose to do it in their AGA 2 fights. Love seeing that swag net. All right, we're going to see the purple chest gotten in the light world without it being there for $20. A couple of people saying 4 out of 10, 3.5. All right, so we'll have to see. All right, so both runners getting the information and going different directions. So we'll see. Let's see what's on the desert ledge. It is 3 bombs. Can't really do very much here. He could check a Gina, obviously, which he will. And Etienne will get his swag net and his lamp. I know there are some runners that absolutely love using the swag net against AGA 2. Some runners don't care one way or the other. All right, so let's see where Zaro heads next. And with the lamp, obviously, we'll wonder if he'll decide to head up the mountain. Definitely appears that he could be headed up the mountain. There's a lot of items up on Death Mountain now that he has access to. But he's not. He's heading to... I'm not sure where he's headed at the moment. Oh, he can now check King's Tomb now. So that's what he's doing first. Is there a difference between sword and net on AGA? No, there is not, but they can't do AGA anyway without the sword to cut the barrier, so to speak. But no, there is no difference. It's 6 shots regardless. The question chat, Andrew C437. Yeah, there is no difference in the AGA fight. It is a 6 yellow balls deflected back at him, and that is how it works. It is the same fight for all. $50 in Bonk Rocks there. And I love when these runners can go fast because it's just really... you could use the cape to bypass the barrier, but you can't get to AGA 1 without a sword, regardless. Andrew C asking maybe if there's some geometry. So, technically, I guess in the geometry fight, again, it's still the same amount of yellow balls that have to be deflected. It's just it's up to the runners. All right, so it looks like Edium is going into pod, which will be interesting, as Zaru will have all of Dark and Light Death Mountain, as the old man has the second bottle. Always nice to see the second bottle. And with the mirror, this is really could be interesting to see how he decides to do all this. All right, top of... oh, we got a shovel! Another fetch quest up there. And let's see at the bottom, just a heart piece there. And thank you, Brown, for helping us out in the chat. And Zaru is going to pick up that shovel. And then I wonder if he's going to head right over to East Death Mountain here. And there's a lot he can do if he does this correctly. He can clear out all of East and East Death Mountain, Dark Death Mountain, everything with one portal. I can even do Hookshot Cave while he's here. I also have to be aware of Etium, who is in Eastern Palace now. Ooh, was not able to use the mirror to move that to make that tile disappear. There he goes. All right, let's see what's here. We have a compass. First item, second bottle, third bottle, and 20 more bucks there. So really no help for Zaro. All right, can I kill the mini Moldorms here? And let's see, we got 20 bucks in the back. The fourth bottle, the hammer, which gives him total Dark World access. Now 3 bombs and 100 bucks. Let's. I'm sure he's going to continue. He'll probably get the. He'll probably check the idea for. Yep, it's hammer time. Still no sword. Yep, there's still no. We're still looking. Still on the lookout for that first sword. Who's going to get it first? Who's going to get it first? And there is our big key. So who needs a sword? Well, I mean, obviously, these runners certainly don't at 31 minutes and counting each. You certainly don't really need it just yet. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, what does Super Bunny Cave have for us today? And there's 20 bucks in the back. It says heart piece. That is a good question, Sugar. I'm not exactly sure. I think there's ways to glitch things out that are newer, but I'm not sure. Let's check what is on Turtle Rock's medallion. It is Quake. So one of the required medallions that we need for this seed is Quake for no matter what, and a heart container on the upper ledge in Hyrule. All right, into Hookshot Cave we go. And it looks like Adium will strike first in Crystal Count. And triple bombs in Hookshot Cave, 20 bucks. And there, oh, the flute! Wow, good find there as Etienne is playing Ring Around the Armos Knights. And let's see, is he gonna tap into the mountain? Yes, he is. He's gonna go into Tower of Horror. As Etienne strikes first with the first crystal at 32 minutes and 40 seconds. Love, love, love seeing that flute, folks. Absolutely do. And there's the map in the first location, so to speak, again with no sword. Oh, we are going to see nothing out of Hera. Zara's like, nope, I have no interest in this dungeon at all. And he's going to go check some other caves as well. He can do Spike Cave, yep. I believe, though, technically you need, I think with the bottles or with Cape, obviously makes it easier. And Etienne hoping that he will find the hammer. He will not. Little does he know that he is not here, though, unfortunately for him. But he will get other information as a heart piece and a key at the same time in 2 different locations. And there's the big key out of Pod. He is going to continue, and Zara's going to go activate his flute. And I would not be surprised if he goes to check what's on Misery, what the requirement is for Misery Mire, and get the Mire Shed as well as the lift rocks that are in that location. But again, just a guess. And there he goes, activating the flute. Etienne continuing his way through pod with lots of keys. All right, let's see what Zara decides to do next. Oh, he's gonna run in and not and ends up not activating. Let's see where he go. Oh, he's gonna check Magic Bat now. Now that the hammer makes that easier for him. And boy, does the lamp make these dark rooms much easier. And the map in the first part of the maze, and Zara getting his $20 and 10 arrows there. He's going to be locked out pretty soon, though, of pod of locations he can check without that hammer. And just trouble bombs. He is done in that location. Cannot do anything more. All right, still looking for our first sword. And I think we're going to get some shovel times from Zara's side of things. Is this where we're going to find our first sword? It is where we find my Fisher Price first shield, though. Not going to say no to it, I suppose. Now he's going to check the Meyer medallion, which I'm sure he hopes he never has to see ever. It is ether for Misery Meyer. So we now know what we need for both of our dungeons in that regard. Let's see what is in the Meyer shed. We got our first sword and a heart piece. So at 36 minutes and 37 seconds, we got a sword and a shield. We're all good now. Still can't technically beat the game yet without the Master Sword, but we can at least do some cool things now. And we can now clear out this wonderful dungeon called Desert. We did not see what's on Pyramid yet, I don't believe. Oh, speaking of the medallion for Ice for Turtle Rock, there it is right here in Desert. Yeah, Misery Meyer was the ether medallion. And I think as far as Zara's concerned, he never wants to see it. Oh, Etienne just did Pyramid? Oh, okay. I think I just got tied up in watching these two runners. I got a little sidetracked, and a piece of heart from the fish. And Ether was on Pyramid. Okay, so thank you very much, chat, for helping me out there, making sure I don't miss anything, or our wonderful listeners don't miss anything there. And Zara's going to go collect the crystal here. And Etienne needs to go up Death Mountain. And let's see if that's where he's going or not. Etienne is going to check Graveyard Ledge and probably gonna go down and check King's Tomb as well. Or does he not have? No, he does not have. Oh, yes, he does. So yes, he can definitely do that. So we're gonna see boss fight on our left, while Etienne will probably again check the King's Tomb here. Yes, Brown solo is challenging. I'm grateful that it's not 4 runners. Down goes Lamolus 1. And down goes all three of them. Easy fight. Nice job. And all that for the map. But the more important, he has his first of the 7 crystals. So they are now matched up on crystals, just not on the locations that they've gotten them at. And it looks like, let's see where Etienne is headed next. He's going to head check the bonks. Yeah, 4 runners on solo would be a nightmare. So I am grateful on that. And he gets his $50. Let's see. Obviously, Zaru must have forgotten something in there. So he banked on the boss having the final item. The final item will be where the traditional power glove would be. So he banked on that, which is not a bad thing to do. Let's see where Etienne decides. And it is the Master Sword. We still have no idea what's on Agaledge. And it looks like we're about to find out if Aga 1 is totally and utterly dead, or are we going to have to do Aga 1? Because if it's the Ice Rod, we have to do Aga, or one of those items that is required. It is 10 arrows, so Aga goes bye-bye. He will rest in peace till we see him. Oh, there's our second shield, which Zara's not going to get. And with the hammer, he can definitely clear out pod, and he can do the pod Eastern thing here. Yep, Ped is also completely dead at this point as well. Well, no. Ped is not dead. The only thing that would be there now is the Ice Rod. That's the only thing. RP Aga1, yes. Aga1 is totally dead. But we need that Ice Rod to complete Turtle Rock. We can complete Ice Palace without Bombos. We complete Thieves Town. So yeah. So as far as the only item that could be on Ped now would be the Ice Rod. That's the only possibility at this point. But I'm going to assume Zara's going to clear out both Pod and Eastern together. And with Etienne going into Death Mountain, he will get his hammer. Question is Ice Rod on Turtle Rock? We have no idea where Ice Rod is. The vanilla Ice Rod is technically an Ice Rod cave, but we could see the Ice Rod on vanilla on Laser Bridge. It is not unheard of. And I think we've done all of our fetch quests. So yeah, I think the only thing that could possibly be there that they would need is the Ice Rod. Oh, no mushroom. Thank you. Yes, no mushroom. So that would be the worst case scenario. Yes, the tablets, you're right. Artery, the tablets are technically fetch quests as well, but we won't talk about those things just yet. But as far as what we know we would need the book for that, which could be on the tablets, which could lead us to some bad things. But I'm sure these runners do not want to see any of those things. Hopefully for them, book is somewhere like buried in GT. As Etienne is gotten his hammer now and getting the rest of the Dark Death Mountain, while Zaru is on his way through Pod. And with the mirror, boy, oh boy, is Pod an easier dungeon. General. So yeah, so no mushroom and no tablets. Those are really the only mushroom. Really, the last technical fetch quest per se. But if you don't need the book to read the tablet. I mean the pedestal. So if the book was on the pedestal that led to the Ice Rod, that would be pretty ugly at this point. Pretty ugly. As both runners kind of looking back on the location we've already seen, it would be pad for mushroom tablet. Oh, Brown, you're evil. That is not nice. Oh my gosh, that would be bad. That would be very evil if the book was on pad and then the mushroom on one of the things. Nothing on lumberjack, unfortunately. So Iga 1 is officially dead. So um yeah, that would be bad. So yeah, so he's saying that Brown is saying for book on pet and then mushroom on one of the tablets and fire rod following that mushroom. Yeah, that would be pretty ugly, to say the least. But we won't mention those things because it ends up sometimes happening if you do. So I'm gonna keep my I'm not gonna do the commentator's curse too badly on these guys. Zaru's gonna head towards the back of Pod here, and let's see what Etienne decides. He's still without his sword at this point, so he's still waiting. He's still sword behind, and about to be down 2 crystals to 1. Shoot him in the eye. Moving that wall. And it looks like Etienne is going to activate his flute. So long the bird will be open. All right, so Zaru finishing up his turtle run. Call them mini Helmosaurs. Yeah, flutes at the sound definitely a good idea. And again, he can clear it if he wants, and he can full clear it now with it. Helmosaur King, much easier fight than I remember it as a kid, where I tried to do it with bombs. Never knew that you could actually do this with a hammer. It wasn't until I actually started watching the speed gaming networks that I found out that you could do that. And the hammer hitbox is so small. But down goes Helmosaur King for Zaru, and he increases to his 2nd crystal and gets the compass for his efforts. And we're going to also follow Etienne as he is going to give us some new information in Thieves Town as well, since we've seen all of Eastern Palace so far. So you can keep an eye on him. Now, throw the bomb the wrong way there. Gotta be a little careful. All right, we got a heart piece there. And the blind fight is scripted, so as long as you keep him on script, probably one of the easiest bosses in the game. Get him off script though, and he could definitely give you a headache. So I'm sure these runners who have faced blind far more times than they care to admit will have no problem with blind. And if they do, well, I mean, they do have potions, so there's that too. But at the moment, unless Etienne finds another sword here, we'll be doing Cane of Samaria line, which is pretty interesting. And $20 in Blind's chest. All right, so missed what was in the hammer chest, unfortunately. But I'm going to guess it was not a sword for him. So he is going to be doing Cane of Samaria with the map. Thank you very much. Last item will be on blind. So he will be doing Cane of Samaria blind, which will be an interesting fight to say the least. And let's see how he does. I would not want this if I were him. Oh, he's doing hammer. Never mind. He can do a hammer. Either way, it's still nine strikes regardless. It doesn't matter what sword, item, it's 9. So he's through the first phase already. And he's through phase 2. And he's about to be through phase 3. Wow, awesome. Well done fight on blind. Absolutely fantastic. Well done for a piece of heart. That is not an easy fight on hammer. Trust me. Just that's why these runners are doing it, and I'm up here in the commentators booth with my fellow players in the chat. Because me, I would have waited for a sword. I would have gone fine and sword. Oh, goodness. All right, we got hammer pangs going on the left. On the right, rather. Does Edium do low percent runs? I don't know. I will ask him, but I don't think he's enjoying this. If I, there was a sword. So I'm trying to remember back. I think the swords that he's missing are one was definitely in the Mire Shed area, and then the other one is in desert. Right? Yeah. Big chest. So that's what he's missing. Mire Shed. And it looks like he's headed that way. So he'll assuming he doesn't skip Mire Shed, he'll have his first sword. And then as long as he goes into desert, which I'm assuming he will have a second. So yes, he will be getting them shortly. And on the left hand side, Zaru is playing Ring Around the Arm outside. See, there's the sword for him. 51 minutes in, and Zaru gets his third crystal. The penny. I like that. Thank you very much, Andrew C. Very good. That penny. That goes a long way, you know. That penny is really important in the grand scheme of things. All right, Flute's back. Let's see where Zaru head next. Probably my guess now is he's going to do Thieves Town and Skull Woods. Would be the best bet. If you had 499 and need one to go to Zora, yes. Absolutely. And I'm sure Zara would love to find another sword somewhere because Master Sword Serverless is not a fun fight. Trust me on that. I've seen it done many times here on Speed Gaming. Still think it's one of the hardest fights altogether. Of course, there are ways to practice all that, and practice is always a good thing. So anyway, Etium heading into the back, he is going to do the exact same route as Zaro. How does Hammer compare to Trinex? So the Hammer is similar to the Tempered Sword as far as its damage is concerned. So it would work basically, I think it's 5 strikes on each head. Somebody who might have more knowledge on the exact damage ratio might be able to give us a better indication, but I believe it's 5. It's either 4. It's either 5, I think it's 5 hammer strikes. And Drowsy saying yes, 5. Okay. Etienne going to go into his battle here in desert, or fewer, depending on how many he read. Yes, yes. The firehead. I think I know the ice. Uh, Now I'm going to try to not totally confuse all you guys out there. So the ice rod head can the ice head you could do more damage with the fire rod than you can with the fire head with the ice rod. So I know with the fire head you have to use the ice rod to damage it to break its barrier, so to speak, and then anyway, I hope that made sense. Tried to make sense out of all that. So Zara picks up his $20 in Blind's chest over there. That mirror portal make things easier to go land mo when he goes back for the big chest. Yeah, that's certainly a good thing for him. And pick up his mat. And Etienne about to pick up his master sword. There it is. With half magic, several bottles, you can take down the firehead with ice rod, but it takes a while. Okay, good to know. Definitely learned something new today. I definitely didn't. I know for a fact the ice head is more damageable by the rod. So let's see how this fight goes for Zaro. He is sword, and I'm sure this will go exactly the way he plans. Keeping blind on script. Let's see. And are we heading for Ice Palace, perhaps? It looks that way. All right, into Ice Palace for Etienne. And another crystal on his marker for Zaru. I do not disagree with this move by Etienne either. This is a good for him. He knows he has to go back into pot at some point, but right now he just wants to get that ice rod, because I believe that's all these guys kind of looking at their stats here. I believe that's what we're looking for. Technically, go mode and another sword, of course, but that another sword could be anywhere, so that could be interesting too. So, let's see how Etienne does in Ice Palace. He'll probably do better than I ever did as a kid, or even now today. Still despise this dungeon with a passion. Only master sword for go mode. In theory, you don't need another sword. Yep, you're all right. You would like another sword, but yes, it's technically ice rod for go mode and another sword for nicer Ganon fights. Yep. Yeah, but I'm sure like I said, I think these runners really would like to see another sword if they can, and not have to do Master Sword Silverless. So Drowsy saying, I fully expect them to keep opening chests and en route to find the ice rod and still unmastered. So we'll see. We shall see. We're gonna see what is in the back of Skull Woods now as well. Also on this chest, we got $20. So no ice rod just yet. Definitely the right choice for Etienne. He needs to find that ice rod, as do both runners. But you have to beat this dungeon, and so you might as well do it. You're in the area. Let's see. Zara should have relatively. This will be an interesting fight against Mothula. Taking out the bottle. Are we gonna see? Are we gonna see B strats? Oh yeah, there goes the gold B. Go gold B. I feel like I'm an Inspector Gadget. Go gold B, go. He didn't check the big chest. Yeah, I'm sure he will go back and do that shortly. Yes, it's nice to see something different. In the cold stare, we have boss fights on both sides of our thing here this afternoon, evening, or morning, depending on where you are following us. And Cold Stare has split, and down goes 2. We are almost done. Down goes all 3 puffs. Nice job. All right, so let's see where Etienne heads next. Yeah, Ice Palace, very quick today. All right, let's see where is Etienne, where is Zara going next. Etienne probably going to go back and finish pod now. Would be the guess on that side. And Zaro is now going to Ice Palace. Zaro's in go mode. Where did he find the ice ride? Someone's saying he's in go mode. If he found the ice ride, then yes, he's in go mode. I didn't see him find the ice ride. So no, he is not in go mode. He will not find it here in Ice Palace. So we already know that. The single arrow is basically go mode. Oh, Johnny Boy, I like that a lot because that is the final arrow that technically you need to kill Ganon. Absolutely. That is a good point there. He is in go mode. He found the arrow of destiny, as some people call it. All right, so Etienne probably not thrilled that he's doing a second term of this dungeon of pod since he realized he probably didn't have to. Didn't know that at the time though. Andrew, I'm not sure who that is. So my apologies, and I don't know how to even say that name. So I'm going to say I'm not sure. Looks like Zaru is going to try to glitch himself into this thing here. I've seen this done a handful of times. And he's not able to just yet. Let's see if he'll take another chance to do this or not. Oh, there he goes. Getting himself over that barrier for the big key. Nice job there. That is such a good way. If you can learn that and that Ice Palace bomb jump, folks, boy, can you save a lot of time in this dungeon. Holy moly. You can really save a lot of time here. Brown, I agree with you. I've tried it. I have yet to figure out how to do it. So, yeah, these runners far better than I. So, and I can't see it. But, well, Andrew, I can tell you one thing that might help. There are tutorials if you're willing to watch, and if you can do a save state where you can get to the Ice Palace bomb jump and basically practice it and just get yourself good at it. That would be my thing, is to just watch and see where people's shadows are, if you're able to do that. And then, like I said, there's ways you can practice that. As Spike is mentioning, you can do it in a practice ROM, or you can do it as a save state thing and just keep trying. Yeah, it's Andrew. It's just practice. I mean, I have about 50% of the time I can get it, but that's about it. Definitely not anywhere near good enough to be in a race like this with these guys. That's why I'm up here in the broadcast booth. As Zaru gets his crystal and is still looking for that ice rod. Now, since he has not been to the pyramid yet, I'm kind of curious to see when he's going to go that way. Because Misery Mire is still a thing. Has 2 items. And we still have yet to see Tower of Terror as well. And then there's Swamp Palaces. 5 items. Yes, Koi is really good. Really, really good on that stuff with pixels and stuff. Absolutely agree with that, Brown. Yes. Yes, Ice Rod will not be on Pyramid Fairy with the red crystal being at Turtle Rock. Yeah, so definitely cannot be there. Pyramid Fairy is dead, unfortunately, and it looks like Zaro is going to take the better of the 2 of the 3 pendant options that he has left. He's going to go with Swamp Palace first. Yeah, this is a very good choice for him, just because there's so many items here. Yep, this is going to separate these 2 runners, because whoever gets it first is going to be in go mode. If the other runner finds it and is still missing something, could be interesting too. Mothula giving Etienne a little bit of a hard time on his side of things. Has anyone? Nobody's gone into Turtle Rock yet. I don't think anyone wants to go into Turtle Rock till they have the ice rod. Let's see what the first item of Swamp Palace is. It is the Tempered Sword. Oh, so no Master Sword Silverless. We are still Silverless, but boy, does that make the Ganon fight look so much nicer. No spins today for Zaro. And depending on his routes, I would have to say most likely Etienne will find that sword too. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could bank that the ice rod's there, but I don't know if you want to, because then you have to go up the mountain twice, essentially. So I don't know if you want to do that. Again, when you're running this seed, there's a million things going through your head. You're not always thinking the greatest sometimes, and trust me, you forget things that you've done earlier. It's commendable what these guys are able to do, and then like I said, they do it on a daily basis. And I highly recommend you follow all of our runners and our wonderful button pusher today, Art, keeping our tracking on schedule. We're grateful for you as well. So not checking the back of Swamp. No need to do just that. And even the back of Swamp has been made easier with the Canis Samaria. It's just not that like craziness. And you're about to see Diver Down done here by Zaro. There he goes. There's the cape. And there's the silvers. Oh, giving it to the all in Swamp Palace, I see today. Gonna make it easy again if I know. Yeah, again, in easy mode is right. This is cakewalk now. Silvers, tempered sword. What else are you gonna give him? Well, let's see. Etienne is heading up the mountain. Yep, we still are looking for that ice rod. I'm kind of curious to see if Zaru goes back in, and he is going to clear it. So I'm kind of curious to see if he goes back in or not. Yeah, red mail, but red mail is kind of with these runners. Yeah, they don't care about red mail. Let's see what Zara does, because if he goes back in, and Etienne is making a Hera play. We know that it's magic key. The big key is in the coffee break room. So no, he is not going back in. So no back of swamp today. But is Sahashala, does the green pendant today have the play that we're looking for? Is that going to be it? Well, he's finally going to check all of we have Spike Cave too. Gotta do Spike Cave. So he's going to get that Ether Medallion. I wonder if that's going to send him straight to Misery Mire. Is it here in Spike Cave? No, it is not. But Zara does get the Ether Medallion. He's going to, I would guess, head up to Catfish now. Let's see where Etienne heads next. Is he going to make the swamp play or not? Both of them are tied with crystals again. Pyramid to Catfish for Zara into Green Pendant. Good call. Absolutely could do that. Easy to do. And Etienne wants none of those shields today. He doesn't even want the My Fisher Price one. All right, let's see where he goes next. Is he making the... is he going up to TR? Oh, would this be a bold play? If he goes to TR and finds the ice rod, oh my goodness. He is absolutely going to TR. All right, well, now we're going to have some interesting plays here, because Zara's still, obviously, both of them are searching for that one item, that ice rod. And that ice rod, unfortunately, can be anywhere other than Pyramid Fairy at this point. It is the meanest of all the items, because the only thing you need it for is Trinax. Otherwise, it's a almost useless item in this game. Let's see. Is it on Sahashala? No, it is not. That is where the third shield is, though. We now know where all three shields are. Yep. Time for Ice Rod on Ped. Well, we're not quite there yet, but it's certainly looking like it. Like we are closer and closer. Yes, Evil Ben. Yes, you are 100% right. Cannot be in GT. Cannot be in GT. Cannot be on Trinax. Yep, cannot be, and cannot be in Pyramid Fairy. It looks like Zara's also headed to Turtle Rock as well. Again, item density, folks, is not it is not a bad thing to go to tier. First item is a key. All right, so there's that. Oh, he's going into Hera first. Okay, so Edium continues his way, and Zara will take a coffee break. This is a really, really, really gutsy call for both. Hera, you get the items, you get out, or do you clear it? And it's just, again, these decisions are just not easy. I mean, for Zara's sake, I hope he doesn't have to go too deep. There's a key. Oh, there's the ice rod. That's him and going at 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 24 seconds. Oh, my goodness gracious. Wow. Go mode for Etienne. He is going to be on Master Search Silverless, but the lead he has now on Zara is incredibly large. Never heard of such a thing. Well, there it is. Ped dies along with it. And he's now going to do the he's going to try to get into the this is one of those cool things where you get into the thing and skip half of Hera. But Etienne can literally and figuratively do this. How much longer will it take a Master Silverless? It's a longer fight for sure, but with the lead he has and the longer that Zaru avoids going to Turtle Rock, the larger this lead becomes. It's 56 if my memory serves correct. 56 total spins. It is not an easy fight. Trust me, it's not. But there could be a sword in GT, but I don't know. Yeah, he probably will head to Turtle Rock after. It is 52. So not even close. So yeah, he's definitely gonna go that route. Zara is. But the problem is he's so far behind now. He doesn't even realize he's far behind. That he's gonna find that and he's even gonna feel even more behind when he beat 2 of the pendant dungeons and Edium didn't do any. So that's what's at stake here. I mean, Etienne might look for a sword on the way, but he wants to make sure he has enough keys. And like I said, I doubt the. He's gonna do Spike Cave first. Oh boy, like I said, the longer he avoids Turtle Rock, and again, he has no idea. He doesn't know what we know, that Ice Rod is in Turtle Rock. Again, the Turtle Rock always has an evil item, unfortunately, to say the least. And not even going to bother figuring out what's on Laser Bridge. He has, but he still has to save and quit and go back. So he is going to go back up there. But again, it's time that he's losing. And Etienne is just about to go to Trinex. The Ice Rod is, like I said, one of the trolliest items. You either get it early and Turtle Rock turns out to be a pendant, or you get it in the last place possible. And you're about to see Hammer strats on Trinex. Yeah, this is really unfortunate for him. Again, his Trinex fight will be faster. And then, of course, now we have the big key guessing game. So there are 26 total. So there's 20 location, 20, 17. Get your numbers in chat of where you think the big key will be. I'm going with 6 today. There are 22 possible locations for the big key. There are 26 items in this dungeon. Tower room is always the last one. The big key guessing game. Got to get him in before Etienne enters GT. And he's only Turtle Rock behind. It's incredible. And again, it just shows how well these two runners know this game. What a great break for Eddie. He was behind most of the seed, behind Crystals, and there we go. Stop bunking. That's you got to get in there. All right, so here we go. Last chance to get those guesses in for the big key guessing game. Get them in. And Zara's about to be in go mode. All right, so are we going left? We're going to go right on Etienne's side. Chest 1, $50. Chest 2, 3 bombs. We have to go to the other side. And while we are saying that, Zara is officially in go mode. We go to the left. The only saving grace Zara would have now at this point would be to go full left and to find the key first, or to go straight to tile room. That would be his own, and it'd be there. I think that would be the only thing that could save him at this point. But let us see. All right. We got a small key, 4. Another small key, 5. 6, $5. 10 arrows. Number 7. Yeah, fault again. Absolutely. If he faults again a couple of times with Master Sword Silverless, he could definitely catch up. It's not over until they cross that 1x3 bridge. Not over. So there's the book. I think I said earlier it might be in GT. So there it is. There's our book. Literacy 8. Yes. Literacy number 8. All right. 9 coming up here as Etienne continues his check for that big key. Is it going to be a number 9? No, it is not. $5. All right. Where are we going now? We're going to go into the rando room for 10, 11, 12. All right. So let's see. Opens rando room. Number 10, the compass. 11, $300. 12, tempered sword. And $5. Well, he has his sword, so he's not doing Master Sword Silverless. All right, is it going to be Ice Armos? Yeah, there's I would have to say now Etienne's fight with Ganon will be pretty painless. Saved by GT, absolutely. Yep. I would have to say again, unless he goes straight to tile room and gets it in tile room, I think that's Zara's only hope. And if he feels behind, he might just do that. There's $300. Is it going to be a nice armor? Because if it's not, it's going to be on the left side, which means it could be in tile room. It still could be there. And he's about to go to Tridex, so this is going to be an interesting thing, is because there's also the faster way to, if I know without the keys he won't do that, but let's see, is it here? Nope. No, it is. Looks like it's going to be in tile room, folks. Oh my goodness gracious! Last possible spot. And unless Zoro gets really lucky and goes there first. Oh, no. Well, he doesn't have to check tile room. I take that back. There's 3 more checks he can do first. There's, 4 more chests on the right. Sorry. Forgot about the right side checks. Definitely deserve to get burned for that one. That is a mistake I don't always make. And there's the mushroom. I missed that the first time through. All right, so we have 4 more locations here. There's the big key. Well, it wasn't. It was on the right side. And there's the 10 mom start, which is interesting. All right, we'll have to see how long it takes him to get to that chest. Let's see. He went full. So that was 19 or 18? 18. He needs to go right. Again, with the key placement, I don't know if he does. That's the problem. The key placement really does not fisher him to go right side. Unless he goes left first, checks, and gets the keys and goes right back to the right. Dark Magician. Yeah, he's got to do Dark Magician. He's got to get the keys and go right to the right side. If he does that, he still has... Oh, is this going to be interesting? Is he going to do Dark Magician? That's going to save him if he does. But he's already getting more keys than he needs to go to the right. So, but he still wants to probably get these first chests, and then if he mirrors, we'll see. Again, there's still things that can happen on Etienne's side as he enters the gauntlet. And it does not look like Zara is mirroring, so he's not doing Dark Magician. So he's just going to fall further and further behind. As again, Etienne Enter is continuing through his 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 Ganon climb. Yep, he Ganon fall is probably his best bet now. But unfortunately for Zara, he's in trouble. He is in deep, deep, deep trouble. He's in deep trouble. Gauntlet was rough for Edium today. Yeah, not his cleanest. And he's not doing great on Moldorm 2, Lenmolus 2 rather, at this point either. He had a little bit of a slower start on that, so that'll be interesting. Hopefully he'll join us in chat afterward. Did he skip Hope Room? I don't know. That's a good question. He's gonna find a sword. It's not the sword he wants. He's gonna get the butter sword. It's not what he wants though. As Etienne continues his climb through GT, he needs to. He needed to do Dark Magician, and he didn't, and that's what's costing him here. Because he's gonna kill Ice Armos. He's not gonna find the sword. He's gonna go to the left, and he's gonna find the sword. I mean, his key rather, not a sword. I do need to have a talk with Drowsy. You can, if you'd like, but I don't fault him for making these choices because you don't know where your runner is at this point until he duns. You have no idea. So I'm wondering if Edium's going to try to do. Well, I guess he's going to not do any hovering of any kind. And he's gonna find. Oh, there's. Well, Moldorm has the most important item in the game, the map of GT. Oh goodness, it's a choice I would have made. I don't know if Edium. I assume he can. Most runners are good with that. All right, Aga 2 fight here. This should be relatively straightforward. Oh, that blue ball did not help at all. Looks like it's 1-0-1. If I'm counting correctly, there's another 1, so 1-0-1-1. Should be 2 here. Nope, still only gets the 1. So 1-0-1-1-1. Not even getting the double deflect. There he goes. Down goes Aga 2. And Zaro finds his big key and now starts his climb up to face the pig. And on the other side, Etienne is going to fight the pig. All right. So basically, now it's, it's Etienne's race to lose between these two runners at this point. It is Etienne's race to lose. And had it been Master Sword Silverless, I think he would have had a much better shot still of potentially having issues. But now with the Tempered Sword, this is not going to be as hard of a fight as it was going to be. So GT saved Etienne as well as going to Turtle Rock early and taking a chance that the Ice Rod was there as he enters phase 2, the Fire Bat phase. And if you, especially, Etienne, I'm sure is really good at getting the glitch here where you can keep one of the torches going, and if you do that on Master Sword Silverless, boy, does it make this fight easier. So, I mean, look, anything can happen. I've seen crazy things. So let's see. Zaru's tower climb can be better. And we're almost in phase 4. So if he can get that torch glitch, like I said, that makes it that much easier. And he's going to tell him where the thing was. And he gets the torch glitch. Oh, goodness. All right, spin 1. There's 2. You can get usually 2 per cycle on average. 3 if you hurry. He's got a rhythm down. He's a little too early there, Etienne, on that one. You can go for triples. It is possible. He's doing an awesome job with this Master Sword Silverless fight, as his opponent is not far behind, but far enough. Yep, Tempered Sword Silverless. Down goes Ganon, and once he crosses that 1x3 bridge, Etienne will be our victor here. Get your chi-chis and tap for Etienne. What an outstanding job. Oh, good job, Etienne. As long as he doesn't fall now, he's fine. And yes, he is our victor here at 1 hour and 30 minutes and 50-something seconds there. He is our victor here. And now we just wait for Zaru to finish. And it should be relatively pretty quick as well. He has Butter Sword and Silver. So this would be an even easier fight for him. So there you go. We'll see if Etienne decides to join us. I'm sure he usually does. So, I mean, that was the bold play there. He didn't have the hammer. He waited a little bit longer to get the hammer right. So he did a double dip of pod, and his opponent did not, but his opponent did more of the pendant dungeons. And, good. It just had the way the seed did. First, 6th overall. Thank you very much, Professor Render. And it was just Couch Cash on the pedestal. Because why isn't it always Couch Cash? And we would love for you to support our runners, both Etienne and Zaru, as well as our tracker, Art Trill. I'm badgering that name. I must apologize. They have done an outstanding job, and 1:29:28 official time. It's really not bad. And we have our tracker, and I'm Nitro 6003. So we really appreciate all of the follows here. And it looks like Etienne should be joining us here shortly. So we're going to wait for him to join us here in the broadcast booth. Etienne, GG's, buddy.
Yo, GG's.
So how was that ice rod placement for you?
That was pretty expected. I might have done a little bit too much stuff before I went to TR.
Well, your opponent did 2 of the pendant dungeons, which is really what set this seed different, because he cleared out Swamp, and he did find the silvers, and he also cleared out Tower of Terror, and that was the difference here, because you're missing of the hammer caused you to have to double dip pod, unfortunately for you, but you're going straight to TR was the right choice, because that's where the ice rod was.
I mean, anytime I am in ice rod mode, tend to just go straight to TR because it's there pretty often. I mean, if you don't go straight to TR, then you're basically just going to last locate it, so you might as well.
Is there a better reason to go to TR over Swamp Palace? where there's I mean, yes, it was there this time, but I mean, just curious, why not at least try a couple of tries into swamp first?
Because swamp is a really long dungeon, and if your opponent doesn't do swamp and you do, then you're just way behind.
Yeah, that's what got you to catch up. And get your ZGs in chat for Zaro. What an outstanding job for him, and that's what set this seed apart, because you didn't do any of the pendant dungeons and he did. Like I said, if he had stayed away from the pendant dungeons trying to find that ice rod, he might have found it sooner. We have no idea. We'll have to ask him when he comes, but he ended up, here we were, someone was talking about, evil things for you guys, and, in the chat, they were wishing bad things. So I was just, being the nice guy here, making sure that you guys didn't have book on pet or whatever they want. It was book on pet from mushroom for ice rod. And I was like, that's evil. Evil people out there. Welcome, Zaro. GG's.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, GG.
And GG's to everyone else racing. Oh my goodness, what a seed.
Yeah, so Zaro, you were in the lead for the most of the seed until you decided to start diving into the pendant dungeons, which was kind of your downfall. But to no fault of yours, we were both looking for the same item, that evil ice rod.
And if you trust the seed on this one and you just go straight into TR, this is a really good PB opportunity seed for a lot of players out there that don't have a lot of sub 130s. And I am kicking myself over that ice rod. I'm telling you.
You don't know how many times I've seen seeds where people have to find the ice rods, and it's in the craziest of places. And where it was today was really even meaner because it was into the rock. And, other than being on ped, which is just as bad.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is just hope on that ped play when you've got TR has been open for so long and you've got Kane and Fire Rod show up early. Obviously, you didn't really want to bank on it too early because everything else just fell into your lap, except for swords. Swords were hard to come by for a while.
And actually, sword saved Etium in GT because that's where he found his tempered sword, because he didn't go into swamp. So, I guess it made it a little easier, but for the longest time, we were all talking Matt Civilis for him, and you had tempered silvered, which would have made the fights much faster, and you could have potentially caught up.
The biggest thing I didn't like about the situation I was in is I was stuck between chasing Ether off the pyramid after having already done a 7-item swamp and leaving one on left side, or stepping into TR and praying there's an ice rod. And every time I see a green pendant swamp and I go to TR, it's in swamp. So I said, I'm making that play first, and today it wasn't the play.
Yeah. Look, that ice rod, as I said, is one of the most evil items. You only need it for one thing, and that's to beat Trinex. Other than that, it's probably the most useless item in the game. But in this case, the most important one, because you had to find it. And again, it's always that search for that ice rod.
So, true ice rod hunt when?
What was that?
It's a true ice rod hunt when?
Yeah. It seems like it's always a true ice rod hunt. And most seeds, I either find that most runners get it early or they get it late. And if you get it early, you know that TR is usually a pendant and you don't have to go into it. That's what I notice. I don't know what you guys, being a far more runners and do more seeds than I do, but you guys might have more experience in that. But what I usually see is if you get ice rod early, you never have to set foot in TR. Or bows on laser bridge.
Oh, of course. Or something like flute, mirror, hook shot in TR, of course. There's always got to be something.
Yeah. So what is up next for you fine gentlemen as we get close to wrapping this one up?
I got a match on Thursday in the league, a playoff match. So I'm kind of training for that a little bit.
And I'm probably just going to stick to what I usually do, grinding away at ladder and covering and watching any games that happen to pop up when I'm free.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to check out ladder. What is so? How does ladder work exactly for those who don't know? And then we'll get into Etienne's with his playoff match.
So the ladder focuses on an ELO rating system. There's 6 different categories every season. You sign up to a scheduled race. Any number of players get mystery paired against each other based on, a set of mathematical algorithms and whatnot. And you play a one-on-one against someone that you don't know who you're playing against. Usually a lot of fun. Sometimes it's very frustrating if you're playing it in some of the mystery modes or cross keys, but it's fun to, just get out there and race once in a while. If you're trying to get better at the game, you might find yourself playing against a friend or someone who's actually, a big name in the community and up there. And it's just good to just fool around and practice, or if you're taking it serious, you can climb the ladder.
And for you, Etienne, your playoff match is against who?
Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Oh, yeah, that's what, tomorrow?
What's that?
That game's what, tomorrow?
Thursday.
Thursday afternoon, right?
Yeah.
Has the game mode been decided?
Yeah, it's casual boots.
Okay, so you guys will be going fast early. So, we want to wish you obviously the best of luck in your match, and it's just, I'm sure. There was a question in chat, Etienne. Do you know how to hover?
I kind of can sometimes on certain controllers. I've never gotten very consistent at it, but the controller I'm using now, I can't hover at all. But I did have an old controller that I could occasionally get a hover on it, but that controller is broken now.
And then I'll ask Zara the same question. Do you hover? Do you know how to?
That's not in my list of tricks yet.
And then there was a couple of people asking, I believe it was Etienne who got it, in the Ice Palace where you were able to use the Cane of Samaria. People are asking how you did that.
What, the icebreaker?
Yeah, in the icebreaker.
Oh,
yeah, there's a
number of different setups for it.
Yeah, just there's probably quite a few tutorials on like YouTube or something. I don't know, just search around, or if there's any tech that you want to learn how to do, I think the best way is to join the official Link to the Past Randomizer Discord, and there's like several different rooms where you can ask questions about how to learn tech and stuff like that. I think that's the best way to learn.
Indeed. Well, thank you very much, both of you, for joining us. GG's to you both. And thank you for being on the race stream today. And best of luck to both of you in your ladder, and to you, Etienne, in your playoff seed. If I don't know if I'm who's commentating on that, but I wish you the best of luck, sir, going forward. And I hope you are able to win and move on.
Thanks.
All right. And same to you, Zaro. Look forward to calling more of your stuff as well, and maybe I'll meet you in the ladders. It's doubtful because I don't play as much as you do, but I've just started dabbling in it, so it's going to be interesting. So we may meet one of these days, and one of these, anyways. All right, so. All right, so we're going to close things out here. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to Speed Gaming 3, where today Etienne was our winner here on the stream, followed by Zaro. Please take this opportunity to follow both of our runners. They have done an absolutely phenomenal job. Our tracker this afternoon, morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you are watching, was Artriel. I am Nitro603 saying have a lovely morning, afternoon, or good evening, and we will see you in the next randomizer race. Good day, all.